Hey everyone! Okay, I'm hanging out in my car. I just finished eating lunch with my youngest son. I surprised him at school today with lunch, which is always super fun and always very motivating for me because it reminds me of what hard work can accomplish, because before It Works, I couldn't do this. I worked away from home. I worked at another business and was there 50, 60 hours a week, never could eat lunch with my kids. And I have always wanted to be home with my kids and really wanted to be mom first, then wife and all that good stuff, and then work. But I never could afford it. My husband and I couldn't financially afford that. And you know what? I got tired of that. So I decided to create the life I wanted, design the life I wanted, and I worked really hard. When I first started my It Works business, I worked full time and I worked this business in the nooks and crannies, stayed up late, and was super committed to getting to this point, which is that I can create a life where I work from home and I'm able to stop what I'm doing and jump over here and have lunch with my kids anytime I want, pick them up at school, take them every morning, all that good stuff, okay? So that always motivates me, so I come and do these things just because I love it and my kids love it, but also because it's very motivating to me. It reminds me of what I'm working for. It's this right here. All right, so far, you've done so much. You've created your hundreds list, listed out your top 20 dream team people, figured out your why, and created some messages and started sending those out. And if you haven't done any of those things, stop what you're doing and do them, because they're super important in that order. And that gets you ready. It gets you ready for something like objections that might come your way. So when I make an objection, it's someone's coming back to you with a reason as to why they can't do this. And I call those objections, and everybody has them. I had them when I first was introduced to It Works, and everyone has them. And really what an objection is it's someone saying no, but it's not really no. It's that they don't have enough information. They're coming to that with like a response that's saying, I don't really know enough, so I'm going to say no because I don't know enough. So they just don't have enough information to make a better decision, okay? So some common objections are, I'm too busy, I don't have the money, or I'm not a salesman, or I don't know enough people. Those are usually like the four main ones that I hear. So let's talk about the one about I'm too busy. What I do, so let's back up. What I always do is I use a strategy that I learned from Sarah Robbins. If you don't follow sarahrobbins.com, do. She has an awesome blog and she talks a lot about how to build your network marketing business. So what she does is she leads with empathy or understanding and then tells them what she learned. So let me give you an example. If someone tells me they're super busy, I always say, girl, I completely understand. When I first started, I was super busy too. I worked like 60 hours at my other job. So I completely understand. But what I found out was that the more people I was around because I was busy, the more opportunities I had to share it with people. And it was super easy to talk about. So what I found is that busy people do better because they're around people and they know a lot of people and they know how to manage their time. Then what I do is I always end with how I'm going to help them. And then so I would say, so girl, I'm going to be here to help you learn how to do this in the nooks and crannies of your day. So I completely understand. When I first started, I was super busy too. I worked a full-time job, sometimes working 60 hours. But what I found out is that because I was busy, I was around a lot of people and I knew how to manage my time. I always had someone to talk to about this. So busy people usually do great at this because they have people to talk to. They're people, they're always around people. And I can teach you how to work this into the nooks and crannies of your day. I'll be here to help you every step of the way. So empathy, but what I found out was, and then how you will help and support them. If someone says that they don't have enough money, oh my gosh, so we're gonna hear that one a lot. That makes me sad. That's exactly why they should be on our team, okay? So if someone says, I don't have $99, girl, I completely understand. When I used my last $99 to join, to get started. But what I figured out, what I found out right away was that I got 4 wraps in my kit and I sold those for $25 a piece and I made my money back right away. And I can show you how once you spend that $99 will earn your money back right away. I can show you how to do this from now on without taking any more money out of your personal budget. So you've just shown them how they can spend $99 up front, yes, but they can sell their wraps right away and get their money back. We also have the option of someone pre-selling their wraps. So I would say, girl, I completely understand. I literally used my last $99 to get started. But you know, you get 4 wraps in your kit to get you started. You could absolutely pre-sell those, reach out to some people and ask them if they'd like to buy a wrap from you to get started. They pay you for the wrap, and then you get started, order your kit, your wraps come, and then you deliver to those people. So that's a way that you can do it without any upfront cost. And then I'll show you how to never take any money out of your personal business from this point on. I can show you how to do that with what the company offers. Is that something you might be interested in learning more about? That kind of thing. So those are 2 different obstacles or ways to overcome objections of money. If someone says, I'm not a salesman. Oh my gosh, I hear that one all the time. Because I said it. I'm not a salesman either. So I say always to that one, girl, completely understand. I wasn't a salesman when I started, and I'm still not. I'm not a salesman. This isn't about that. What I found out was this is about sharing products and sharing an opportunity for people to make extra money. It's super easy. It's so exciting. It's super easy to tell people about. We just share. We don't sell anything. And then I say, and I will help you and teach you how to share it with your friends and how to share it with different people. When someone says, I don't know enough people that would want to do it. Oh, goodness. So I always creep on their page, look at how many Facebook friends they have, see how much engagement they're getting on their posts and stuff. And then what I say is, girl, I completely understand. I felt the same way too. But when I started writing down names and looking at my Facebook list and friends, I realized I knew a ton more people than I thought I did. And look at you, you've got like 500 friends on Facebook. I can show you how to capitalize on the friends you have on Facebook and how to get started. So you're overcoming objections by empathizing, telling them what you've learned, and then telling them how you're going to help them with that. And it's okay if you haven't been in but a week. You've learned stuff. Borrow my confidence in that. If you've been with me longer than a week, you know stuff. You know, you've figured stuff out. So you can tell them what you found out is. And then if you've been with it for a while, then you can use some of mine. So definitely start with empathy. Understand. People want to just feel like they're being understood and that you're listening to what they're saying, that you care enough about them to understand that they have an issue and they don't really think they can do it because of that issue. And then it's our job to show them, but to tell them the truth, which is what we've learned, and then to offer them support. Okay? All right. Those are some ways to overcome objections.